We're all just doing our best at this whole being human thing. But is there actually a right way to do that? We're figuring that out together. Welcome to Humans Forward, the show that makes being human feel a little less complicated. I'm your host, Gentry Lusby. So here we are, Humans Forward, the inaugural episode. I have changed the idea for this show, the format for this show. I've rewritten intros more times than people probably change their dating profiles. But we're here and we're doing the thing because it's important and it's necessary and it's time. Let's get something out of the way from the very beginning. This is not a self-help podcast. If you are looking for 5 ways to be more productive by Tuesday, you're at the wrong place. I love you and you should stick around, but you're probably in the wrong place. Humans Forward is about the human experience, the messy parts, the complicated parts, the confusing parts, the WTF parts. It is not guru-driven. It's story-driven. It's curiosity-driven. It's heart-driven. It's people-driven. It's human-driven. It is about the ever-evolving journey of being alive. And it is not about fixing people. It is about seeing people. Repeat after me. We are not here to fix anyone. It is about being emotionally exhausted, but still trying to figure it out. Think of it as Schitt's Creek meets Brene Brown meets the really vulnerable, honest text voice memo that your friend just sent you. Because being human does sometimes mean things like overanalyzing a text, like it's an episode of Severance. We're all doing it. It's fine. We're fine. Sometimes being human means crying in your car while Adele teaches you how to set fire to the rain. I always have my best cries in the car. I think it's like I don't think people can see me or something. Being human means trying your best and wondering if you're closer to a breakthrough or if you're just having another breakdown. It means wondering if you're giving off Ted Lasso vibes or more of a Cersei Lannister vibes. This show is about moving forward. Awkwardly, honestly, sometimes reluctantly, but still forward, because what's the alternative? So let's talk about what that really looks like and what this quirky little show has to do with all of it. There's a very good chance that I'm about to be interrupted by my dog because he is currently taking a nap on the guest couch. So he might just decide to hop on over here, and I'm here for it. How many apps are you juggling to keep your work on track? You've got one for notes, one for communication, one for updates, one for project management, and somehow the most important piece of information you needed still got buried in an email thread somewhere. I used to feel like this all the time until I found ClickUp. Now, I manage my entire business with it, from creating content to project management to even producing the Humans Forward show. ClickUp is how I keep everything organized and moving forward. ClickUp adapts to how you work. So whether you're working solo or you're working with a team, it helps you stay focused and organized. It's kind of like having a personalized command center for your business or your life, let's be honest, that helps you stay organized and get things done. And you can try it for free using my link, gentrylusby.com/ClickUp. It's an affiliate link. So if you sign up using the link, you help support this show. Go check out ClickUp. It's the all-in-one productivity platform to manage your work your way. Okay, let's be honest. How's your email marketing game going? I have spent more hours than I probably should admit on trying all the different email marketing platforms and dealing with clunky editors and then wondering what my open rates were. And honestly, all of that changed when I found Kit. Kit made email marketing really, really simple, especially for creators and entrepreneurs who want less hassle and more impact. You can write engaging emails really fast and simply. You can even do advanced automations or simple automations. It's all right there for you. And there's lots of data that you get access to see just how all of your emails are performing. So no fluff, no corporate nonsense. Just a really powerful tool made for people like us. It's also trusted by people like James Clear and Tim Ferriss and Pat Flynn. And you can try Kit for free using my link, gentrylusby.com/kit. By using that link, you're not only upgrading your email game, you're also supporting this show because it's an affiliate link. Check out Kit, email made effortless. I thought for this inaugural episode, we could look at things that are part of the human experience, either misconceptions or myths or lies or beliefs that we've been told are true, and unpack what they are and whether they're helpful or not. And in a weird way, a lot of these things and a lot of these ideas make up the manifesto for what Humans Forward is all about. Let me ask you a question. Do you ever feel like there is a right way to live your life? Does it ever feel like people have figured something out that you haven't? It's so natural for us to feel this way. It's so common for so many of us to feel this way. But I don't think there's a right way to do life. Not one that works across the board for every single person. I love a good formula. I love a good 5-step plan. But when it comes to being human, it's complicated. It's personal. And so what happens is we end up seeing these people we view as successful or people that we think have figured it out. And the truth is, they've only figured out what works for them. They have learned how to keep going, keep trying, keep evolving, keep adapting. And somewhere along the line, they got enough of it right that they reached the level of success that they determined was success for them. Because success and having it all figured out and doing life the right way is not going to look the same for you as it does for me. So it's a lie that there's a right way to do life. Because what I think is a better way to look at it is there's only a right way to do life for you. And it isn't helpful to look at all of these people you think are successful or have it figured out, especially if you're looking at social media, because you end up looking at the highlight reel. I don't know how many times we have to say this before it finally sinks in. What people often show you is the highlight reel. And what's become really interesting in an age of what people deem authenticity and vulnerability, their highlight reel also includes their breakdown. And then, in a way, even their breakdown feels like a highlight. It's mind numbingly trippy. But what you're seeing is often the best of people. What you're seeing is often the things they want you to see. What you're seeing is the result of that person trying, failing, trying something new, failing again, figuring out how this little thing over here helps them reach this spot over here, and that spot is the spot they needed to jump here, and then they were able to catapult up here, and then they're showing you up here. But there's so much in between. And they've figured it out, but they've figured it out for them. So no, there isn't a right way to do life. And if you're carrying around this deep-seated belief that you're doing it wrong, let's just stop. Let's stop carrying that belief. There is no wrong way for you to be human. There is only the way that works for you. But often, if you are in this belief that there's a right way to do it, you crave information, you crave the self-help information, you crave the personal development information, you crave all these things that you think are going to be the answer. And you look to all of these external sources when I think you could look inward and you could learn to trust that inner voice, that inner knowing. It goes by so many names, but whatever you call it, intuition, knowing, spirit, whatever it is for you, there's an answer within. And there's nothing wrong about seeking out all of these self help things, these books, these conferences, these coachings, these seminars, these workshops. Done it, been there, have all the little badges. And sometimes I learned, sometimes I didn't. Sometimes those things helped, sometimes they didn't. Because self help and personal development is so personal. And I think it's gotten, as an industry, impersonal. It's gotten formulaic. And unless you are really in tune with that inner knowing, you may end up believing that everything out there is helpful. And so you end up in this self help spiral because you look for the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And each one of those things along the way probably has something really helpful, but it's not fixing the bigger picture issue that you're trying to fix. And so you toss it aside and you look for the next, and you toss it aside and you look for the next. When what you could do is take what's working from that, internalize it, and then look for something else. Internalize it and then look. And that's evolution. That's how we grow. But what I hate seeing is people going into this self-help spiral because no matter what they read, no matter what they listen to, no matter what they try, their humanness sometimes screams louder. Their grief sometimes screams louder than any self-help book. Their deep sadness or depression or anxiety sometimes screams louder than any workshop, than any conference they could attend. Being human is about learning how to embrace all of it, how to embrace every part of humanity, which is good and bad. It is joy and it is grief. It is curiosity and it is despair. And it's all of those things all at once. We love the idea of self-improvement more than we love the idea of doing it. We love the idea that there's some version of us that exists that has applied all of the self-improvement tips and tricks and hacks and is just living their best life, manifesting everything they ever wanted. Being real is this constant evolution of holding multiple things at one time, learning what you can from them, releasing what you can't, and then doing it again and again and again. And each time that you do that, you are helping yourself. You are improving yourself. But you're doing it from a place that comes from within, that says, I can trust that voice inside of me to show me the next right thing and the next right thing and the next right thing. No one has life figured out because as soon as they do, something else pops up that they have to figure out. And no amount of self-help will help you fully figure out life. That shouldn't be the goal anyway. So let's leave behind any belief, any deep-seated idea that you have to have it figured out or that other people have and you haven't. It's just not true. You don't have to figure out how to fix yourself. You just have to figure out what works for you. And figuring that out requires a very keen sense of personal awareness. You have personal growth and you have personal awareness. I believe personal awareness is kind of the secret magic to being and living the life you want. Personal growth sometimes feels limited to me. It feels like it's contained within our physical being. So there's a lot that we can do to grow personally, and that's emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically. But then I think self awareness is almost like I'm over here and I'm looking at myself and I'm aware of the things I'm doing, the things I'm saying, the things I'm believing, but from a place of detachment so that you can see yourself for who you really are without the confines of your physical existence. It's about learning who you are by observing who you are without judging who you are. Self awareness requires you to have grace, it requires you to free yourself from those internal judgmental dialogues that run in our heads so much. I have spent so many years believing so many things about myself that were just mean and nasty and cruel and unkind. And I finally had to turn all of that off. But I was only able to do that when I could see it happening, almost like a movie. It's almost like you're watching your life like a movie. And when you watch a movie, you're rooting for the hero. And oftentimes a movie will foreshadow the pain that's about to come. And you know it's coming for them. And you want to scream, hey, maybe don't take that road. Maybe don't go down those stairs. Maybe don't get in that car. So self awareness is watching your life like a movie, except when you start to see what's coming, what's foreshadowed, you get to interrupt it. You get to stop it. You get to change it because the movie of your life isn't already edited. You're kind of the editor. I think I'm mixing metaphors here, but whatever, we're going with it because I'm human and this is what's coming to me. You get to edit the movie. You get to not get in the car. You get to not go down those stairs. You get to not take that road. But as long as you're confined and can only see things from your limited perspective, you will go down that road. But when you can zoom out and gain this deeper self-awareness, you're able to see, oh, there's that road, but there's also that road, and there's also that road, and there's also that road, and maybe I should take that. And maybe I shouldn't even be on a road. Maybe I should take that helicopter that's hanging out over there randomly for some reason. That's kind of how I view self-awareness. You're sort of taking yourself out of your physical boundary and becoming aware of the bigger picture. And self-awareness is magical to help us live these really meaningful, impactful lives and to help us move forward. Because, like I said, what's the alternative? We're moving forward whether or not we want to. We're moving forward reluctantly. We're moving forward sometimes kicking and screaming because sometimes life is just that damn hard. Sometimes life is just life and real hard at us. Sometimes being human is just the worst. But we're all moving forward. We're all moving forward in this whole thing that we call time. And where you're at on your timeline is where you're supposed to be. Which brings up another myth or idea that you're behind. You're behind according to who? You've got this whole supposed to be syndrome happening. If you're not a successful entrepreneur by the time you're 25, like you're supposed to be, then you're behind in life. If you're not a successful podcaster by the time you're 29, like you're supposed to be, then you're behind in life. If you didn't graduate with a master's like you were supposed to, then you're behind in life. You are not behind. You're exactly where you need to be. There's literally nowhere else for you to be. And everything that happened has brought you to where you are, and everything that's about to happen is going to take you to where you go. And that means there's choice. You really can't undo the past, but you can allow the past to inform your future decisions. And when you do that, you kind of change it. It's sort of magical because although it already happened, how you respond to it now changes. What happened? I felt like I was behind most of my adult life. As a kid, I had a dream. I knew what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a famous actor and movie director. I was from the time I was young, 10, 11 years old. And so from that point on, I had made the decision that I was going to graduate high school, I was going to work for a year, and then I was going to move to Los Angeles. I had this plan. And in a way, I always felt ahead of everyone else because most kids don't have that concrete of a idea for what they want out of their life. So I felt it like I was ahead. And then I graduated high school early so that I could start working. And then I was working in a corporate job. I started as an intern and then I got offered a full-time position and I was 18 years old and I was like, this is great. Not what I wanted to do, but this is part of my plan. It was working out. I am doing the thing. I'm on the right timeline. And then I moved to Los Angeles at 19 years old. It was the other side of the country. I was so poorly equipped for that scenario that within about 5 months, I moved back home. And in that time span, I got an apartment, I shipped all my stuff out there, and then I packed up the apartment and shipped it all home. 5 months. And from that point on, I started to feel more and more behind in life because the thing that I was supposed to do, the person I was supposed to be, didn't work out. And now I was suddenly so far behind and suddenly floundering that I didn't think I would ever catch up. I'm 39 years old, and it's just recently in my 30s where I've had to remind myself, you're not behind, but everything that happened brought you to where you are. And I can't undo it all. I can't undo all those decisions. I can't undo all those choices I made. I can't undo all the things that happened to me that I may not have had control over. But I can use what happened to me to help me choose better today. And if I choose better today, I'm reclaiming the past, but I'm restructuring the future. I'm editing the movie. You're not behind. And feeling like you're behind is a really, really powerful way to never actually move forward. Speaking of moving forward, the name of the show is Humans, Forward. That's so intentional because it's not humans forward, it's humans forward. It's almost like a rally cry, like a battle cry, like humans, let's go forward. But I don't have any toxic attachment to that. It is not about moving on. It is not about trying to force yourself somewhere you don't want to be or you are not yet ready to be. It is just about remembering to move forward, to keep going, to see the significance and the importance of your existence. Because, oh my God, you matter. You matter so much. Your existence makes you so worthy. And when we can know that deeply and just take one more step forward, one more step forward, one more step forward, then you're already winning at this whole human game. Don't worry about moving on. If you've got grief and pain and trauma and you're just not ready to move on, don't. Don't ever move on. Just move forward. Carry it with you, right? Those things that happen to us, they transform us. So don't try to move on. Move forward. Take them with you. Let them become a part of the human you are evolving into. Because I guarantee you, if you can learn to integrate all that's happened, you're going to become this unrecognizable version of yourself. And it's not because you read a self-help book or you listened to a self-help podcast. It's not because you woke up at 5 a.m. and you had a morning routine dialed in. It's none of that shit. It's about embracing humanity, your humanity, and all that it is. And that's what this show is about. It's about taking your life seriously and also not taking yourself too seriously. It is about hearing from other people who have gone through some sort of experience and what they've learned and what they've done and who they are so that you feel less alone in that similar experience. It's about all of it. It's about looking at culture and society and the world that we live in and seeing what's working and what's not and what can we take from it and what do we need to leave and how does what's happening over here affect what's happening over here and how does all of that affect my heart. Humans Forward, the idea for it is all encompassing because being human is all encompassing. I care that you wake up and you feel a deep satisfaction in your existence. Sometimes you don't know yet what's right. Sometimes it's like you're sitting in a dense fog and you're trying to navigate your whole human existence and you can barely see a foot in front of you. That's the idea of not knowing yet. And not knowing scares people. But not knowing can activate something in you like curiosity. Don't let the dense fog around you scare you. Don't let it stop you because dense fog will lift. And what you didn't know will become clear. And even if it doesn't, I don't know is a valid answer. Humans Forward is about figuring it out together. It is about hearing how other humans have figured it out. We all have those times where the fog is thicker and those times when it's clear skies. And I think when we get stuck in the fog, we think we're doing something wrong. We think we're making mistakes. We think something is wrong with us. What if that dense fog that's keeping you from knowing, that's keeping you from seeing what's next, isn't an enemy, but an ally? What if it's actually keeping you from seeing something you're not ready to see yet? What if it's just giving you a moment to just be in yourself, to experience right where you are, right now because you can't see anything else around you? And what if in focusing on the right now, you somehow start to heal something that you need for what's going to show up when that fog lifts? There's power in perspective. There's power in seeing things in a new way, in a new light. There is power in hearing how other people see things. I'm going to share the way I see things on this show because it's my show, but you're going to hear from a lot of people on how they see things too, because there's so much power in perspective. And bonus, we will go deep on this show, but we're also going to have fun because with the power in perspective also comes a power in humor. Because like I said, we take life very seriously, but we try to not take ourselves too seriously. Because outside of us is a lot. It's a lot. Let's just leave it at that. The humanness of all of us, it's a lot. Humanity, our world, it's a lot. But when you can find the humorous moments in it, when you can see the wit along with the wisdom, when you can laugh at yourself because 3 versions of you did something absurd, but that absurdity led you to who you are today, when you can see the humor in all of it and get that perspective, you'll start to maybe feel a little lighter. Maybe feel like something more is possible. So Humans Forward is about perspective and humor and how it's all intertwined. I want you to learn how to pay attention to what makes you feel more like you. This is a really low pressure show and a high curiosity show. Because like I said, we're not here to fix you. We're not here to fix anyone. You might hear 12-step routines to a perfect morning at some point because the guests that I'm talking to had that and it worked. Doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And that's okay. That's their experience. That's their perspective. You have your experience and you have your perspective. And the whole idea of this show is to bring all of that together so that somehow it all weaves into this beautiful, meaningful, fog lifting moment for you. There is no final version of you. You're going to keep evolving your entire life. You're going to keep moving forward your entire life. So you might as well learn to get really comfortable and become very aware of who you are in each of these different versions of you. And sometimes you just have to be. And there's space for that too. When you listen and you watch our show, you'll see it's not about leveling up. It's about getting rid of the levels. It's not about being better. It's about learning how to be. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Y'all, I got to be honest. I wasn't sure where the first episode would go, but I wanted it to have heart and I wanted it to be meaningful. And I wanted to capture some of the thoughts that have been swirling around in my head. And I hope that as you listened and you watched and you heard what I was saying, that there was something in there that made you go, hell yeah, let's do this. Let's figure this out. And Humans Forward is an attempt to find the meaning in life, to figure out how humans work, And so I don't want to be anyone's guru, but I do believe in the power of collective wisdom and sharing experience and sharing insight and sharing advice. So, what can you expect moving forward? Can I just tell you all my dream real quick? I'm going to tell you. No, I'm going to tell you. So this is what we do. We're vulnerable. I have dreams for this show to be a daily talk show style format. Every day, we figure something out together. We hear from someone, or we have fun. We just get together and we have fun. We talk about something happening in culture and society, and we look at it from a very human forward perspective. That's my goal. And I don't know if that'll happen soon or if it'll take time to build into that. I don't know. I don't know what's coming next, and that's kind of exciting. But I do know that's what I want to see happen. In the meantime, here's what you can expect at the beginning of this show. We're going to have real conversations that don't take themselves too seriously. We're going to talk about the real things in life and not from that guru energy, just from the real human energy. We might have subject experts come on, but they're coming on to talk about their experience, not because they're an expert in any one particular subject. There are wonderful podcasts out there that you can listen to where you hear a subject expert talk and teach and inform and educate. I listen to them. They're great. That's not what this is. What we want to hear is just someone's experience, what they've learned through experience. So I think you can expect relatable stories, topics that hit home for you. We're going to have guests, interviews. We're going to have some fun games throughout because, like I said, we're not going to take things too seriously that we forget to have fun. We're going to go deep, but we're going to have fun while we do it. We're going to get real vulnerable, but we're also going to have a game show buzzer, hypothetically. I mean, metaphorically, not hypothetically. Because I think that life really is this mix of deep, profound things and just some really crazy, funny, messy things. So it's going to be both. It's going to mix them all together. And this show is going to evolve. It's going to evolve from what it is today, from what it is next week, in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. The set's going to change around us. The format might change up a little bit because I knew that this was important to do. And I wanted to get it out into the world. But my perfectionistic ways kept me from doing that for about a year until I finally just said, well, just do it. Just do it and figure it out as you go, because that's what it means to be human. So we're figuring it out as we go, and we're going to evolve as we go. And as we evolve the show, we're going to evolve as humans, and it's all just kind of this wonderful, beautiful metaphor for everything in humanity and all the things. We're not going to pretend to have the answers. We're just going to figure it out together. Welcome to the Humans Forward era. Thank you so much for watching and sharing this episode. You can click the link to subscribe so that you never miss another episode.